Okay, so we are recording. Hey, everybody. Happy Tuesday team training. I'm super excited for this one tonight because lately we have been interviewing some ambassadors and the top of the company. And tonight you're going to hear from the leaders on our team and just a little bit about what momentum means and that mindset of momentum, and just how to keep the excitement, how to be in this for the long haul, how to really just keep your mind right. So we're gonna make this interactive tonight. So you are gonna be doing some activities. You are gonna be talking to me in the chat. And so if you are new to this call and you've never been on one of our team calls before, my name is Katie. And you guys, I have been in the business for 7 years. On Thursday, this is my 7-year anniversary week. And it's kind of like a perfect time to talk about this because your day one, this might be your day one, and this is my year 7. So you just have to always remember that our journeys are going to look different, and your journey is just beginning. And even if you've been in for 6 months or 2 years, you are starting a new chapter. Like, we're about to go into this summer season and you're starting a new chapter. So I love that, one of our top earners in the company, Jade Hooper, always says, like, I feel brand new. I feel brand new in terms of my excitement. Thank you, Jenna. And so, all right, so let's dive into this a little bit. And I know I didn't tell a little bit about my story, but most everybody knows me. But yeah, I've been in for 7 years, and you guys, before this, I was a bartender, and I decided to jump into this because I just wanted something different. I wanted something more for my life, and everything looks different. I've not clocked in 6 years, and gosh, we've just been able to check so many things off our dream board and move into a house. And gosh, I wasn't even going to talk about my story, but I know some people are probably like, who are you? We're brand new to this. So if you're brand new, welcome. So here's the thing. We have 13 days left of May. And you guys, anything that we do in May, we get paid for on June 15th. So we need to just realize, like, it's not too late to achieve our dreams. I know this is the last month for the more bonuses, but you guys, 13 days is a long time in this business. I want you to ask yourself, what do you want to achieve in these next 13 days? Is it, and if your goal is this big, I want you to just think bigger. I want you to really push yourself, because if you push yourself, it's kind of like one of those things where if you shoot for the moon, you're going to land among the stars. If you shoot for up here and you land here, then you're happy, right? But if you only shoot for down here and you land down here, you're like, oh man, I should have gone bigger. I should have, set my sights higher. So what's your goal? Like right now, if you're brand new, your goal is 6 customers in 6 days. Maybe you're not brand new. And the people that you're bringing on, it's your job to help them sign their first 6 customers in 6 days. And, the girls and I were listening to a Jade Hooper call this afternoon, and she was talking about how if you're not growing, you're dying. We know that, right? Like, everybody knows that, right? If you're not growing, you're dying. And that is the same way in this business. If you're not growing and bringing in new team members, we're going to dive into that a little bit more on the call. I know Susan's going to talk about that a little bit more, but like, if we're not constantly bringing in new team members, our business is dying. And it's like a lake where there's a river on both sides. So fresh water is constantly coming in and some water is constantly going out. And that's just the name of the game in network marketing. But I just want you to know, like, you are here with the best boss squad for this summer. Okay. Like, we're going to be talking a lot about this summer run. So what does it mean to go on a run? I want you guys to tell me in the chat where you kind of feel you're at right now. Like, what's just like your first instinct on a scale of 1 to 10 if I ask you where you're at? Don't think too hard about it. Don't get too specific. Like, what's your just initial reaction when I ask you where are you at on a scale of 1 to 10? It could be your excitement, your mind, your life. Like, where do you feel like you're at right now? I want to ask you that. I know I ask that a lot, but it just kind of helps me gauge where everybody's at. And so you guys, a run just means that the company is, it's a wave of momentum. So what does that mean? It means that everybody is feeding off each other's energy. Okay. So like, if I sign a loyal customer and, we've been doing weekly team contest. So on the team contest, maybe I sign a customer, and then Susan signs a customer, and then Sharon sees that and she's like, oh my gosh, I need to sign a customer, and then she signs one, and then Maddie signs one, and then Sheila signs one, and then Bree signs one, and we all are feeding off each other's excitement, and it's like a snowball, right? A domino effect, but it's like a snowball. Like it starts small, and then we sign a few customers and distributors, and then those distributors are signing customers, and our team is growing, and everything just like kind of really picks up. And so that's what we mean by like this wave of momentum. And it's happening, you guys. It's starting. So think of this summer as like our 90-day run. So in order to achieve a really huge goal, you can't achieve a huge goal by just pushing for it for 30 days. I want everybody to put in the chat that you understand that. Like raise your hand or say, I understand, or capiche, or whatever you want to say. Like, let me know that you understand. I know, like, right? Her hair's looking on point tonight. Let me know that you understand that in order to reach a huge goal, it's not going to happen in just 30 days. It's not even going to happen in just 60 days. It has to be elongated out. It has to be just consistency over the course of at least 3 months, pushing for a common goal day in and day out, no matter how many no's you get, no matter how many ups and downs. And believe me, you will get a no, you will get ignored, somebody will quit on you. And what is that quote? Like the definition of momentum is basically you don't stop your excitement no matter what comes in your path. Momentum is you continue to go forward no matter what happens, no matter how many no's you get, no matter how many times you fall on your face. You just continue to go. So that's what we're in right now. It doesn't matter what happens. We are moving. We are going. And so I hope that makes sense to all of you. I'm kind of trying to tailor this to a lot of people that this might be your first day on this call, or it might be, I'm 7 years on this call. It doesn't matter because it's been 7 years and I'm still excited about this business. So I want you guys to think of these next 13 days as our running start to our summer 90-day push, right? So it's like our 100-day push, really. But these next 13 days are our running start. So what do you want to achieve in these next 13 days? And what are you excited about? Like, what are you, it just means 3 yeses are waiting for you down the road. Yes, that's exactly right. So what should we do right now? Of course, we should have our steps to success printed out. Of course, we should have our chart. And you guys, if you're going for, let's say you're Ruby and you're building towards diamond, you're probably going to have an emerald chart and a diamond chart. If you're brand new, you're going to have your Ruby chart in front of you and your steps to success. And these are your roadmaps. You constantly have to have roadmaps. I have roadmaps all over my desk right now, you guys, because if you don't know where you're going, you can't lead anybody there. And if you are brand new today, you're leading yourself there, and you're leading the people there that are going to be coming along this journey with you. So think about, like, who are you going to be bringing along this journey with you over the next 90 days? And I want you to get excited about that. So I want you to think about this. What goals do you want to achieve by August 31st? I want you to tell me in the chat. It could be a rank. It could be something. It could be income. Could be something that you want to achieve personally. It could be something that you want to purchase or pay off. And it can be more than one thing, you guys. Get really excited about this. What do you want to achieve by August 31st? Like, I want to hear from you guys in the chat. Like, let's get excited about this. Okay, triple diamond, but what is triple diamond going to do for you? Okay, so like you're going to be triple diamond. That means that you're going to help at least 3 people on your team make a full-time income with this. I mean, like, that's pretty exciting, because if we want to go here, all right, awesome, but who's coming with us and why are they coming with us, right? Okay, so $10,000 a month, pay off your car. That's what I'm talking about. Imagine what it's going to feel like on September 1st when you've paid off your car. Get super excited about that. Selling your other house. Think about how that's going to be a weight lifted off your shoulders, Tiff, after you sell your other house. It's going to feel so good. You're going to work on your mindset. The keys to your dream apartment in Polaris. Yes, I can't wait to come to that dream apartment, Bree. I can't wait to come there and see how you've decorated it. And Mercedes wants to quit her full-time job. Like, get really excited about these things, guys, because they can be yours. And here's what I want to tell you. Keep telling me. Keep dropping them in the chat. If you're just thinking about things and you're like, I don't even know. I don't care if you think of things like half hour, from now. Just drop them in the chat. Being able to help your boyfriend put a down payment on your house, that's a big deal. Get excited about how that's going to make you feel, right? Because you can have that. All right. And so I just want you to know this. You can change your entire life over the course of the summer. You can. If you just signed up and you're like, okay, you guys are talking about $8,000 a month and I can't even wrap my brain around that, that's okay. What would change your life? Would $1,000 a month change your life? Would $2,000 a month change your life? I want you to think about that. Okay. Would that be life-changing for you? Maybe your check with It Works has been teetering around a couple $100s a month and you're like, Katie, I'm ready to put a comma on that check. You can change your life over the course of the summer. Remember the momentum mindset. You are not going to stop no matter how many obstacles come in your way. That is what we're doing here. No matter how many things, whatever happens in life, life is going to happen, you guys. Crap is going to happen. You're going to stub your toe. You're going to get a flat tire. Things are going to go wrong. You guys, when we first moved into this house, we were working on one project and then Alec accidentally fell through the ceiling and stepped through the ceiling. We had to redo the whole ceiling. That was not planned. That is just life. And we weren't like, oh, we're not going to finish the rest of our projects in our house. Nope, that was just an obstacle. It was a bump in the road that we had to take care of that, and then we could keep going. It wasn't like we were like, oh, screw this house. We want to return it. We don't want it anymore. It doesn't work. Like, no, it's just life. It's just what happens. And I didn't say, oh, well, I can't work my business this week because we have to repair the ceiling. No, it's just what happens. And so I had to schedule my business. So momentum, this wave of momentum, this wave that we're going on this summer, it means that we're not going to stop no matter what life throws at us. If you're in, tell me in the chat, because I'm ready to do this with you no matter what life throws at us, no matter who decides to come or go, no matter who decides to tell us yes or no. I'm going to throw out a couple books to you tonight. If you have not started your personal development journey, guess what? After tonight, you're going to start, because we're really going to talk about this. So here's a book that is really great to start with. Maybe some of you have read it already, but if you haven't, that's okay. It's called Go for No. This is what it looks like. It is by Richard Fenton and Andrea Waltz. All right, it's super short. It's super short and easy read. Go for No. Mercedes said it's the best book ever. You can probably listen to it on Audible, but you guys, it's super short. Order it on Amazon. Get this for yourself. We are going to get no's. And what we want to try to do tonight is help develop your mindset into a CEO mindset, into a long-term mindset. So I want you guys to grab this book if you don't already have it. Go for No. All right. And I want you guys to just really think about this as a career. You might be like brand new in this business this month and you're like, Katie, oh my gosh, I've just been doing this for a few days or a few weeks, and you're talking about a lifetime. Yeah, I am, because this business can literally pay you millions if you really apply yourself, if you really commit yourself. So promise me today that you're going to commit for at least a year before you even decide what you think about it. Okay? Because within a year of my business, when I first started back in 2013, I was able to go double diamond and quit both of my jobs and go full time with this. Insert all of the income disclosure statements below. But you guys, I want you to give us at least a year and really just start thinking about like the CEO mindset. I am the owner of my own business, right? I've got to take this seriously. Maybe it's day one and you're just working on your customers. That's great. But like, grab yourself a notebook, grab yourself a binder, get organized from the beginning. This is a brand new business and you are a brand new CEO, and we're excited for you. And we're here for you every step of the way. But I want you to promise yourself that you're in this for the long haul. Okay. And so another book that I'm going to suggest for you, and these are, you guys, these can be beginner books. These can be books that you dive into after you've been in for years in this business. But I want you to pick up this other book, and I just actually picked it up again today and finished it out. It's called Get Over Your Damn Self. And the picture, the front of it, it's white and the letters are cursive red, and it's like a girl on her computer It's literally called Get Over Your Damn Self. It looks like this. Okay, I'm listening to on Audible. You guys, this woman built to the very top of her company in a business similar to ours. And she is married and she has 2 kids, and she was a lawyer before this. And she just decided that she wanted to jump in. And so she kind of really helps you take everything seriously, give yourself a long-term CEO mindset. What do you need to do to take care of yourself? So it's called Get Over Your Damn Self. If somebody could put that in the chat, Go for No and Get Over Your Damn Self are 2 books. I want you to start reading, you guys, reading or listening. Audible is a great app. It literally will play a book for you and it will read it to you. You can listen to this while you're putting your makeup on, while you're taking a shower, while you're folding laundry, while you're driving to work or the store. It's so convenient. I finish books 10 times faster when I listen to them on Audible, because I'm just, I get to listen while I'm doing other things. I know sometimes it might be hard to sit down and read a book, but you've got to do it, because I want to tell you this. Your income in this business is not going to outgrow your mindset. It's absolutely not. So I just want you to know this too. Like you guys are never going to forget this summer. It might be your first summer in the business. I will never forget my first summer in the business, but this summer especially, we are on such a wave of momentum and things are happening so fast. Our team is booming. Our team is going to the top. Our team is going ambassador, and you are never going to forget this. So I want you to continue to think about what you want by the end of the summer and go after it like your hair is on fire, you guys. It doesn't matter who says no. All it matters is that whose life you can change when you find that yes. I was just a girl in a bar on a Monday night that was in college, that was a hot mess, that did not have my life together whatsoever. And somebody decided to hand me a card and ask me if I had ever heard of this. Can you imagine if she would have judged me and taken that away from me? I really think that with the mindset that I have of really just wanting to own my own time, maybe I would have found network marketing anyways. I don't really know. But what if she would have taken that opportunity away from me by judging me by the way I looked that night and not being all together? And, I was young. I was in a bar on a Monday, but so was she. I don't know. She didn't judge me for it. So don't take this opportunity away from somebody. And then even after she showed me that opportunity and I ordered products for 2 years, I kept turning her down in the business and she never gave up on me. Okay. And there's some people that I've asked 20 times, just like she did for me, and I'm never giving up on them, because I know how much this has changed my life and how much it's going to change all of your lives and how much it can change their life too. So you've got to have that faith, because here's the thing. We have the best company out there. We have one of the only network marketing companies that's growing right now in a time like this. We are one of the only companies that is growing and have a wave of momentum going on. I think that's incredible. I think the heart of our company is incredible. Our leadership is incredible. Our CEO is incredible. You guys, you are in the right place. We have absolutely the best business with absolutely the best products. You got to get real excited about that and have confidence in that. Okay, so just a couple more things before I turn it over to the girls. I have asked you guys this over the course of the last 4 days, and I'm going to ask you again, for those of you that haven't heard me say this. I want you to ask yourself a question, whether it's your first day or whether you've been in for 7 years like myself. Why should I join your team? If I was a random person that could sign up with any distributor in the whole company, why should I sign up with you? This question is just really like, why are you different? What makes you different? Sure, I'm sure you're a nice person. I'm sure you care about me. I'm sure you're very caring. I'm sure that you care about my success, but what makes you unique as a person? I want you to really think about that. You don't necessarily have to put that in the chat, but I really want you to think about that, because the more you know why someone should join you and why you are unique, the more that it's going to make it easier for you to put it out there why somebody should join you, right? And you guys, we have half off to join right now. Today, tomorrow, and Thursday, it's only $50 to join us instead of $99. That's incredible. We should be using this time to grow our teams. So, all right. So let me just say this. When you're in this for the long haul, you're always going to have a potentials notebook. So get a $2 notebook from Kroger and just make this your potentials notebook. Everybody that you've ever talked to or that you're ever going to talk to about products and business, you're going to keep them in this notebook, and it's going to be your potentials list. And you're going to refer back to this list, and you're going to follow up with them until they sign up with you. And I don't care if that means that you follow up with them for 6 months or 6 years. They stay in your notebook, okay? So that's going to be one of the things that you're going to keep for the long haul is your potentials notebook. No's are okay, you guys. You got to stay focused on the end goal of what we want by August 31st. And there's nothing that you're going to hear, and there's nothing that you're going to go through, and there's nothing that you're going to feel that we haven't already personally felt or been through ourselves. Can I get an amen? You know, like if you feel not, I'm not saying that fear is okay, but fear is normal, right? Like we have felt fear, we have felt knocked down, we have felt excited, we have felt doubtful, we have felt like all the ups and the downs, we have felt it all, right? And there's nothing that you're going to go through in this business that we haven't already gone through. So we're going to be here for you and help you get through this. All right. So make a success schedule for yourself, you guys. So there's like, there's days where you either set yourself up for success or you don't. If you don't set yourself up for success, you're waking up whenever, you're waking up reactive, right? Like people are messaging you, you're dealing with problems, maybe your kids wake you up, it's chaos from the second you wake up, it's no fun. You literally don't feel like you have your head on right the rest of the day. Has anybody ever felt like that before, where you're like, I slept longer than I wanted to, I didn't stick with my schedule, I didn't make a 6 list. You guys, 6 list is just 6 things that you want to get done for your business every day. And it doesn't feel good, but when you wake up, when you want to wake up, like maybe it's an hour before your kids, or maybe it's making time for yourself. You have to make time for yourself in the morning. So here are some things that I do in the mornings to get my mind right, because you've got to get your mind right in the beginning of the day so you can have a good second half of the day. So some of the things I do in the beginning of the day is I wake up, I make my coffee. I usually put a video of myself making my coffee on my story, so I already have something up for the day. And then I do my affirmations. What does that mean? I'm literally just writing I am statements as if they've already happened. Okay. This is affirmations. This is putting out there in the universe and telling God what you want him to bring you, right? So for myself, I'm writing, I'm an ambassador diamond. So for you, it might say, I am Ruby this month. I'm Ruby in the next 13 days. I am diamond summer 2020. I am triple diamond summer 2020. I have paid off all of my debt. We have sold our house. We have put a down payment on our house. We've paid off our car. All the things that you guys have said. You fill up a whole page of those, and then you get yourself all excited and dreaming, right? And then you flip it over and you do your gratitude. Like, you can say, I'm grateful for blank, or I'm thankful for blank, or even say, thank you for, right? Like maybe you're thanking God, maybe you're thanking the universe. Thank you for our amazing house. Thank you for the amazing house that you're bringing us. You can kind of bring things into fruition and talk about the things that are going to happen. Thank you for my new car that I'm purchasing in summer 2020. I'm so grateful for all the amazing women that are joining my team this week, and things like that. And then you can journal or do a devotional. You guys, you can literally go on Amazon and type in journal or devotional and find tons of amazing things just to get your mind moving and in a good place at the beginning of the day, and then read some of your book. Okay. You can read a chapter in your book. You can listen to a chapter in your Audible, but get your mind right at the beginning of the day. And before you go out into this world and you say, oh, I need to sign distributors for 50% off, make sure you know what makes you unique. Why should they join me? Right? So, all right, I feel like I've rambled enough, but you just really need to know that you need to schedule your business and make time for yourself and your headspace. Because yes, manifest, putting it out there. What do you want? If you don't make time for your headspace, your head's going to feel like a mess. I want you to save at least an hour for this stuff in the morning. Promise me that you guys are going to save at least an hour in the morning. Yay, Maddie, new loyal customer. Promise me in the chat that you're going to save at least 1 hour a day for this stuff for your brain in the morning. And you guys, if at all possible, turn your video on. That way we can see your beautiful faces and it'll be easier for us to do this call and talk to you and see you. Okay, so I'm going to turn it over to one of the girls. I don't think we decided who was going to go first. Sharon, would you like to go first?
Sorry, I hit the chat room and then I couldn't get back to it. It doesn't matter. I can go.
Here we are. Okay, so Sharon, just for everybody that's new, just give a little recap of yourself and who you are, and you can just take it away.
Okay, guys. I'm Sharon. I have been in this business since 2015, and I just went diamond last year. And I joined, 2013, Try the Wrap, loved it. Was a customer, was too afraid to ask. And I waited 2 years for somebody to ask me because I was too afraid. Okay, I just have to tell you guys that really quick, so don't ever be afraid to ask. Yeah, I literally prayed before this. I told Katie, because my mind is swirling right now because I have so many things to say, because I feel like I have been like on this journey for, I want to say since like March or April. And, just like trying to find my why again, so I'm just going to talk about some things that have really been helping me. And I know most of you know who I am, but honestly, that's my story. I joined in 2015. I was too afraid to ask. Somebody asked me, and here we are. So I'm going to get into some things and not spend a whole lot of time on that. So if you're in Columbus, let's link up when all this is over, okay? Because I love being in front of you. I miss everybody so much. I love getting in with you guys and everything like that. So I went diamond last year, okay? And it is something I had worked on for a long time. It had been 3 years, 3 and some whatever. But I don't feel like I was ever ready until I went diamond. I was never in a place where I fully believed that I could do diamond. I could go diamond. I could achieve diamond until I did. Because some of you might, sometimes I worry that when I say I went diamond 3 years after I joined, it worries me that sometimes people are going to hear that and think, well, dang, if it took her that long, like, you know what I mean? But you have to understand that everybody's timing is different. For me, I was always a shy person. I always used to be the glass is half empty kind of person. I wasn't a negative person, but I was always the glass is half empty for me. Nothing really goes right for me. I hide. I'm too afraid of what people think of me. I was that kind of a person when I joined. I knew deep down I wanted more, and I didn't want to care what people thought of me, but I did. And I think I had a lot of growing to do when I joined, and that is why it did take me 3 some years to go diamond. So up to that time, I had some awesome things happen. I got to have lunch with freaking Mark, and well, he came in, he didn't eat with us. I got to be on the whole nother level. Like, I got to do the coolest stuff, you guys, before I went diamond, because I was having great things happen in my business, but I was never ready. I was just like, I truly now feel like God was just having those little sprinkles happen for me when I felt like I was getting defeated. He's like, no, hang on, this is where you're supposed to be. And something cool like that would happen. Not this past conference, but the conference before. I sat front row. It was amazing. Sue, you did last conference, right? Or like you were down there. It's like, it's the coolest thing ever. I got to do that before I hit diamond, you guys. Like, there's so many amazing things that happened to me, but there's so many things that I had to go through before I was ready to be in that position. But lately I have really been focusing on self-development. I don't have a huge team right now. I have a couple people on my team. I have, 3 or 4 people that are actually communicating with me and talking to me. Obviously, you guys all know that you need more than that to be a diamond, right? But I know that the team that I had that took me diamond is not going to be the team that takes me ambassador, and that is okay. Like, that's okay, because my mind is in such a better place now than it was even when I went diamond last year. I went through a hard time in the winter, thinking I just didn't know if I could do this. I didn't know if I should be here. Like, if these people are all leaving my team, like, I obviously am doing all the things wrong. Like, I went through that whole thing. And I'm here to tell you it gets better if you're having all those negative thoughts. Um, but I want you guys to really think about something. Pick one. This is an exercise I just did with myself the other day, and I really felt like it's been helping me. So pick one goal. I know when someone tells me to pick one goal, Katie kind of touched on this a little bit, but when somebody tells you to pick a goal, you start having all your goals go through your head. Like, well, I want to lose 30 pounds. I want to go double. I want to go triple. I want to go ambassador. Well, I want to go to Europe. Like, you start having all of these things go through your head, right? So I want you to think about one goal in the next 90 days that you want. Don't be afraid to say, if it's ambassador diamond and you just are joining and you're a distributor, or if you're you just hit ruby, don't be afraid to say ambassador diamond. That's the big goal you want, right? So say it out loud, and you have to believe it. And I want you to think all those other goals that you just had pop in your head. Don't you think that one goal that you're afraid to say, but you're just going to say it because you know that's the one goal, is that going to make all those other things happen? It probably is, right? It's like a ripple effect. And I always let myself get so scatterbrained. I feel scatterbrained right now because I have so much I want to say to you guys, but I wrote this down on paper, and I wrote ambassador diamond. And what you have to just like write that out and not be afraid of it, because most likely the biggest goal that you have on your heart, even if you're afraid to say it, is going to make all of the other goals come true. So for me, my dream board is paying off debt, buying my husband a truck, getting my dream car, getting a house with land, going to the UK, all going and swimming with the pigs, and all those things can happen if I go ambassador diamond, all of them. So I had to choose to focus on ambassador diamond, not focus on all the other stuff, wanting to lose weight, being perfect. They will all happen if I reach the big goal. So write that down. If you have paper in front of you, what is your big goal, or put it in the notepad or whatever. And then the next thing you do is, what are 3 things in this moment, right this second, right now, that are going to make you strong enough to push yourself to achieve that goal? And that might be hard for some of you to do, but I'll share mine with you guys. Oh, my light went off. Sorry. I moved. I think I am a passionate person. Hold on, guys. My light. Like, I must have unplugged something. Okay, so I shared. It took me a second. I had to really think about this, because I am the kind of person who I pick myself apart. Again, I've always been the kind of person who cares what people think. I don't really care anymore. I used to so much. But I said that hold on, sorry. Where'd it go? I just had it open. My 3 things were, I have good ideas and I have good intentions. I'm a passionate person who wants to grow, and I'm good at what I do. So even though those might have been hard for me to say, I know all 3 of them are true, and I know all 3 of them are going to help me get to my goal that I want to achieve. So, write those things down. And what is the next thing I was going to tell you guys to do? And why is it so important to reach this goal? Why is it important? Well, for me, I wrote down, it's going to change. It is literally going to change our lives if I hit that goal. So, I think that little exercise might be harder for some than others. And some of you might know exactly what to put. But I think we need to be honest with ourselves and really like just do some simple exercises like that. That is part of personal development, I think. Um, and pick a power word for the next 13 days. So I picked my power word for the next 13 days is unstoppable. Okay. So write this power word everywhere. Because I want to feel unstoppable every single day. When I don't feel like doing this, that, or the other thing, I just want to feel unstoppable. And I know I am unstoppable. And that is my power word for the next 13 days and beyond. But 13 days left to make some things happen. So that is, I've been writing it everywhere. I don't like going off paper much because I really just had so many things I wanted to say, you guys. But honestly, like, commit to self-development. Journal. If you don't journal. If you are somebody who struggles and you like, when we tell you guys to go read this or that book and you're kind of like, I don't really, you can like literally just go pick up, you know, 1 or 2 books and kind of go back and forth. Because for me personally, like, I was just struggling to finish books. I just was. So I would read one and get something from it, and then I would switch to another one and get stuff from it and go back to the other one. Honestly, like, you're not going to college and doing a book report on it. It's okay to go back and forth. All right. So, and if you guys struggle to, like, I know a lot of the time it can be hard to buy all these books. Your local library usually has apps and you could listen to them for free. So, or Amazon or whatever. But you guys, I was on a Zoom earlier, and I know some of you were on it. It was Nina Moore. I think I say her name right. Nina Moore. She is like Spitfire. Okay. Like, she had me like, okay, girl, like whatever. So she was like, and I bring this up because it was something I've struggled with for a long time. All the things that I wanted, the car, the trip to Europe, the whatever, I have always struggled with that. Wanting it made me feel selfish. And I think because I felt that way, because it made me feel selfish, I did not push myself hard enough to get those things. Because I felt like, who am I to get those things? That's selfish. Why do I want that? I used to have all those thoughts, and most recently, until a couple months ago, I still had them. And I've came a long way. But she was saying today that we are the children of the Almighty King, and King's daughters, King's sons, what do? They eat the best food. They drive the best car. They do that. You know what I'm saying? And she was like going off. I'm like, oh my gosh, she is so right. She's like, I am the child of the Almighty King. I'm gonna do whatever I want. And I was like, girl, yes, that is so true. Like, I need to think about it like that, because I believe in my heart I am the child of the King, God. I fully believe that. So why am I allowing myself to feel like I deserve anything less than the things that I want? And it's not always easy to just switch that on. But once you start to believe that you deserve all these things on your heart, whether you're religious or not, you truly do deserve them. So honestly, like, I just really am pushing self-development, because I didn't do it for months after I went diamond. I didn't do it for months. I was pissed off, to be honest, because I just felt like I did all that and then everything just fell apart and whatever. And I was being a brat. And when it came down to it, I was not in the driver's seat driving my car. Okay. I was like chilling in the back seat, just waiting for something to happen. Like, I thought to myself, this is not Uber, Sharon. Okay. This is not Lyft. Get in the front seat and drive the damn car. Okay. And I was like, okay, that's true. Do you guys know what I mean? I like comparisons, but like, seriously, this is you are in charge. You are in charge of your business, not the next 3 distributors that you sign. You are in control of all of it. And you cannot pour from an empty cup. You have to put yourself first. You have to have structure. You guys, green is like green and red are my two least colors. Okay. Like they're down there. And like, I do have my notebook here. It's with me every day. My charts are in it. My host to post list, everything. Don't be a brat and make yourself one, because I was a brat for like 2 years and didn't have one because I was just going with the flow. Dead fish go with the flow. Okay. Get your notebook, get your binder, print out the dang charts, print out the dang host to post stuff, and get your binder and put them in there and do it. Because wouldn't it feel a lot better to have the binder and have 1 or 2 people's names on it than no binder at all? Because every single day that you commit to yourself that you're going to do more, those names are you're going to like there's some of these pages, you guys, there's a day, May 16th or whatever, and there's no names. But the next day I'm filling that sucker up because I'm like, okay, look what I did yesterday. A whole lot of nothing. So life is hard, you guys. We all have our shit. Sorry, Katie, I know you're recording. But it's the truth. We all have our shit. I got 2 kids downstairs who are mad because they want me right now. And their dad has to tell them no. It's just, we all have life happen. We have deaths. We have depression, anxiety. I have depression and anxiety. I am medicated for it. And I will tell you guys all about it if anybody ever wants to talk. But I have one life to live, and I have kids who depend on me, and I have a husband who hates his job. He never used to, but he's been there for 13 years, and it's just been going downhill ever since. And I want so much more for my family. So laziness and procrastinating, it's done. It's no longer in my atmosphere because I did it for 4 freaking years and I'm over it. And procrastination is literally the silent killer of your dreams. Laziness is the silent killer of your dreams. I am here to tell you, because if I wouldn't have let that take over my life for the last 3+ years, I would have made a lot more money by now. I would have been a lot further in my life and a lot further in this company if I wouldn't have had my head up my ass for so long. Sorry, but it's the truth. So self-development has helped me realize that, because I've actually been taking it serious. After all this time, I've finally been taking it serious. So that's basically what I had to share with you guys. And I can tell you that I've been through so much with this business. I have literally had over 200 or like almost 200 distributors under me in the last 4 years. And I've got like 4 here, and I am good with it because I know that they're the ones who want to go forward with me to become an ambassador team. And I'm going to keep going with them because I know that they want it. And I'm going to keep finding my people that want me to help them. And I'm not going to be a brat, and I'm going to do the work, because nobody gets anywhere without doing the work. I'm not Paris Hilton, okay? I'm not walking around like with my damn dog on my shoulder and I just got whatever because my parents, okay? I know that's horrible, but we were not born Paris Hilton. We have to make our own way, okay? You can either make money doing this, or you can go down the road and make money at Wendy's, take your pick. So that's
Sharon, that was so good. I'm like, is anybody else just like taking notes so fast I can't even write fast enough? You said so much. I about fell out of my chair when you were like, this is not Uber, Sharon. Like that was so perfect, because you have to be the own driver of your life, right? Like you're the captain of your ship. Before you go, you talk a lot about personal development, and I can see like as your leader, I can see how much you have grown just in the way, like just everything that you're saying. And it's so, everybody that knows Sharon is like, oh my gosh, who is this new and improved woman? Like, I'm so excited for you. So some people are new to this though. So, or some people are just super curious. So what I want you to tell us is, what have you been reading over the last few months? Because over the last few months, you've been just really taking this so seriously. You've bought yourself a couple journals. So tell us like what
Mhm.
you've been diving into as far as like the books. And I know that you just recently bought a few journals, and some people,
Mhm.
you know, like I have always done journaling different, and Susan and I kind of talked today, and I did it different today. Like, tell everybody how you are doing journaling, because some people might not even know what to do.
Yeah, and that was me. I didn't know what to do. Honestly, like Cheyenne Knox does the journaling Zooms, and I've been trying to get on them lately. This is a really good little helper right here. It's brand new. Um, for somebody who's not green like me at all, because honestly, you guys, my head's always all over the place. And if I don't just like have something that halts my mind and like makes me focus, I really struggle. This is by Rachel Hollis. It's brand new. It's her Start Today journal, and it's awesome and it's easy. And like you can see, this it's just one page a day, and she walks you through what she wants you to do. Like today, I'm grateful for. So you do your gratitude, and then your 10 dreams that you made happen. So at first I struggled with that. I'm like, what am I supposed to write here? So I like went to her website to like make sure I was doing it right. She wants you to write down 10 dreams you made happen if they haven't even happened. So I'm like, okay. So today I put paid cash for an RV, booked our flights to the UK. We started building our in-ground pool, Ambassador Diamond 2.0. Like I literally wrote those things today because I'm putting it into the universe, like Katie said, for God to like pick it up and be like, okay, let's do this. So Rachel Hollis, it's her Mexico City inspired. I know this stuff sells out fast with her, but it is on Target. It's only at Target. So that has been helpful. And then I also got her planner because I'm not a planner person at all. I've literally spent hundreds of dollars on planners and they collect dust. Besides my little notebook here, that's just my like it works stuff. But this is an actual planner that is making me, gosh dang it. It's actually making me like understand how to use a planner. So it's been great. Like I really love it, and I really like it. I think Jackie might have picked it up too, but it's really really good, and it's not overwhelming. It's got your
So,
5 to Thrive, all that good
so what
stuff.
is the planner called? Like, can you show us a picture? Can you show us the
Um,
front?
yeah, the planner is the Priority Planner,
Priority planner.
but they don't all look like this. I already have the link saved because I just sent them to Chelsea, so I can put them in the Dream Team.
Cool.
And you guys know Target. You can do the pickup. You can have it shipped to your house quickly. But if you do want them, I would hurry because I think her stuff sells out at Target a lot. So they've really helped me a lot. And honestly, I'm reading like 3 different books right now. So I get up in the morning. I'm not a bookworm, you guys. I am not somebody who I I struggle with that. So I get up in the morning, I read a devotional. It's like one page. And then in the afternoon, I just grab one of the other books I'm reading right now. So, oh my gosh, there's so many. What's the one we're all reading, you guys? It's the little one. It's like daily devotionals too. It's like, hi God, it's me again.
Oh, hi
Or
God, one more thing.
yeah, that one's really good. It's very inspiring. Like just, or it gets me feeling inspired and just like I can do whatever. Um, but I'm having a brain fart what all my books are called right now. But I can put them in the Dream Team after or in the
Okay.
comments here when Sue starts talking, so I'm not taking up too much time. Whisper, thank you, Jackie. That's another one I've been reading that's been helping me a lot. That is a faith-based book, and it's been helping me kind of like it's to help you essentially hear God's whispers to you, hear him, listen to him, be quiet, be still, and hear him, all that good stuff. So I've been dabbling in a lot of books lately, but
I
they've
love
all been
that.
helping me differently.
I love
Mm-hmm.
that. And I'm the same way. Like, I'll be like reading one and listening to another and then journaling in another. So I don't think that that's a bad thing. Um, I would love, before you go really quick, if you could just recap the activity for us. You said do the one big goal.
Yeah.
And
And
then
I got that from this planner, you guys. That is from this, the planner. I got that from that. I'm going to recap it for you though, but just in case you guys were wondering where I got it from, it's literally in that. So you pick your one major goal you want to accomplish, she says, in the next 90 days. That's what I'm going by too. And then what 3 things in this moment, what 3 things do you have that make you strong enough to push yourself to achieve this goal? And then why is it so important to reach this goal? There was also some other things I scribbled on here, but they're in the planner, like what would make you proud if you did this, just things like that. You pick your power word. That I got from this stuff. And it's just really been making me really, really focus on just me and all that good stuff.
I like that. So why don't we, after this, since I mentioned a few books and we'll just make a post, you guys, of all the books and planners and journals that we talk about tonight. And we'll make one post when this call is over so we can share them all. Well, Sharon, thank you so much for sharing all of that. That was really amazing. I've got lots of notes here. And
if you're new, I hope I didn't scare you. I'm sorry. I've just been feeling some stuff lately.
No, I think that everything that you said was super inspiring. I mean, we had somebody say that this is my very first day and I'm ready to learn everything I need to learn.
Oh, cool. Well, welcome.
Well, Sharon, thank you so much. We appreciate you. That was amazing. All right, guys. So we are going to take it over to Susan. So I keep trying to make sure that I say things so all the new people know what we're talking about, because we get so used to everybody just knowing who we are and our stories and everything like that. So you guys, I would love to introduce you to Susan. Susan and I actually went to high school together, and she was one of my very first distributors in my first, 9 months in the business. And she's still here with us today. And I would love, Sue, if you would just start us off a little bit about you for those that are new here.
Okay, so first things first, guys. So it's already 10 o'clock. We've been on for an hour. And I won't lie, I'm probably going to talk for at least a half hour. So I need you all to put in the comments if you're going to hang on with me and you're here and you're excited and you're in, because I'm excited. So I need you all to tell me that you're all going to be here, because we're going to do a little activity. And so I thought I used to be really green, but I'm not as green as I thought I was. But I love activities, and it's a good activity. I've done it before and I really loved it. So you guys are going to love it. So okay, good. You're all here. So I really quickly, like Katie said, we went to high school together, but we weren't friends. We just knew of each other. And long story short, I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. I've literally, when they asked me in kindergarten, when you're write out on, what you want to be when you grow up, I said I wanted to be a mom. I've just wanted to be a mom. Okay. So I was working at a credit union. My husband also went to school with Katie. My husband has actually known Katie longer than I have because they went to grade school together. And so my husband actually was the one that brought it up to me after we had our first baby. He was like, well, why don't you do that thing that Katie's doing? It seems like she's making money. Maybe you could do that and stay home. Biggest eye roll I've ever given him in my entire life. I was like, you're insane. Those things don't work. I've been to those parties before where those women stand up at the front and try to get you to join their business, and that doesn't work, and I don't want to do that. I'm an introvert. I don't like being in the front of people. But I kept watching, and I saw her posting, you guys, about how much she was having so much fun with all of her friends and making money, and I was like, okay, I was like, you got me, what are you doing? And I got started with her. And fun fact, Katie and I both quit our jobs on the same exact day, which is crazy. So I actually quit my job at the beginning of May in 2014. So I was only in this business for 4 months, and I was able to quit my job and be a stay-at-home mom. So I've been a stay-at-home mom for 6 years in this business, which is crazy. So, okay. That's just a little bit about me, but I want to really hit on the belief and the vision. Okay. Because Katie and I have really been talking the last couple of days just about how important that belief and that vision are in this company. And we always say that this business is 80% mindset and 20% work, 20% doing the physical work. It's 80% mindset. So I've really been thinking about that a lot lately. And I'm like, why do we not talk about mindset more then? Like, It Works, you guys, is literally so amazing. They are giving us the exact tools to be successful. Like, everybody drop in a little chat, like an amen, like, because they literally, you guys, are giving us everything we need. They're doing our host to post Zooms for us. They're giving us wording. They're giving us scripts. They're giving us compliant pictures. They're giving us, everything that we need, you guys. So like, we know how to do this business. You can follow the training videos in the Connect. You can send out the scripts from Connect. Like, they literally give us that amazing tool. They can send samples now. We don't even have to buy the samples and send them. We can send them straight through the app. Like, they literally have given us every single tool. So what we need to worry about on our end is obviously, number one, yes, our consistency in our work, but number two is mindset. We have got to work on our mindset. If your mind is not strong, if you don't know what you're doing here, if you don't know where you're going, you won't get there. You're going to quit. That's exactly what's going to happen. If you don't know what it is that you're doing and you just are waiting around, kind of like Sharon said, like, if you're waiting around for something to happen. And again, I really, really want to emphasize, you guys, that like, I've been in this business for 6 years, and like, I'm not sitting here talking at you. I'm literally going through these same exact things with you. Like, I am here with you. Okay. Like, I'm not sitting here acting like I am like this person way up here, like I'm any better than anybody else. I just know that I've put a lot of time. I've put so much time into personal development and into growing my confidence and into, reading the books and watching the videos and doing the things, because I've recognized that, like, if I'm not doing those things, I'm not growing. I'm not, like Sharon said, like, you're not going to go up if you're not continuously growing your mindset. And so I want to use the example really quick before we get into this activity, because it's so much fun, about a GPS. So some of you may have heard this the other day, some of you may not have. So I just think the easiest way to think about it is a GPS. So let's say you're just, you're going on a trip somewhere and you don't know where you're going. You don't know how to get there, but you have an address, right? You go and you get in your car, pack all your things in there, and you sit down and you put your hands on the wheel and you look at your GPS. What's going to happen if you don't put in the address on your GPS and you push go? Are you going to get anywhere? Are you going to get to your destination? No, you're going to be sitting around like, okay, well, maybe, I don't know. Hopefully you'll just kind of be looking around like, hopefully I'll get there. You're not going to get there. And it's the same thing with this. If you don't know why you're in this business, if you don't know where you're going with this business, you will not get there. You've got to have that vision of where you're going. Okay. So I'm going to do this activity with you guys really quick. And this is called a whole life assessment. And this is from, I think his name is Brendan Bouchard. And he's kind of like a self-development guy. I stumbled across this like 5 months ago. And again, like, I did it and it was just so eye-opening. Okay. So I'm going to kind of fly through this a little bit. And the good thing is this is recorded. So if you want to go back and listen to it, you can. So I'm really going to fly through it. But this is what we're going to do. I'm going to give you 10 categories. Okay. 10 categories. And I'm going to give you a little tiny description of the category. And what you're going to do is you're going to rate each category from 1 to 10. 1 being like, nope, don't got a handle on that at all. 10 to being, I'm absolutely awesome. I'm killing it. I'm right where I should be. Okay. And I'm going to say it, Maddie, looking at you, girl. Number 7. Okay. Try to avoid using a 7. A 7 is always safe. Try to avoid the 7s. Okay. If you can. So this is going to be over the last 30 days. Okay. I don't want you to think about this year. I don't want you to think about the past 5 years. I want you to really just focus in on the past 30 days of your life on a scale of 1 to 10, where these 10 areas of your life fall. And so I want you to realize that, like, this isn't to just like really, like, it's not going to look at everything, but it's just going to be like a good opportunity to really just self-reflect on these areas of your life. Okay. So the first category is health. Okay. And I don't want you to think too much about it. I don't want you to like freak out about it. Just the first number that pops in your head. And again, I'm going to give you a really short snippet and then I'm going to move on to the next. Okay. So health. I regularly take care of myself so that I can feel my best. I want my overall physical and emotional health to be primed and optimized to make me feel energetic and strong each day. I strive to eat well, sleep well, and work out so that I have the physical vibrancy and stamina to enjoy life and deal with its challenges and opportunities. 1 to 10, rate it. Number 2, mental and emotional. I keep a positive outlook and attitude. I'm cultivating a sense of joy and peace in my life so that I can experience positive emotions and relationships. I take care of myself by being mindful to my energy, focus, and emotions I really want to experience and generate in life. 1 to 10. Next, number 3 is partner/love. I feel a consistently deep, trusting, appreciative, soulful, loving connection with my significant other. I am patient, respectful, and attentive to my partner's needs. Alternative, if single, I live each day through my heart and demonstrate compassion and love for others. Number 4, family. I am present with my family. I am creating deep connection, fun, and positive energy with the family members that I keep in contact with. It's evident that I love my family and I'm doing my best for them. I try to forgive their mistakes and be compassionate with them. 1 to 10. Next category, number 5, is friends. My immediate social circle of friends brings connection, fun, and positive energy into my life. I seek out positive people, and I do my very best to bring positive energy and real authenticity into all of my relationships. I spend enough time with friends. Next category is mission. I feel clear, energized, and fulfilled by my work and contributions to the world. I believe my work or day's effort adds real value and is a true reflection of my best efforts and contributions. I am truly engaged and excited by what I'm doing. It feels like a mission, calling, or purpose. Next is experiences. I plan special experiences, trips, adventures, nights out, time to connect or disconnect so that I enjoy life. I give enough time to the things I love in life, including my hobbies, interests, and non-work goals and adventures. So obviously, maybe think back a couple months to, when we could go out into life. It's fine. Next is spirit. I feel connected to the present moment and vitally alive in my spirit. I am congruent with my beliefs and behaviors, and I keep my faith and values at the forefront of my decisions and daily actions. That was a deep one, guys. 1 to 10. Next is finances. I am being responsible in how I spend my money. I'm saving money for my future. I'm learning the skills necessary to develop my ability to earn even more. I am happy with my lifestyle and allow myself to enjoy what I've built and earned. Last category is learning. I am curious and pay attention to the world around me so that I can learn new things. I ask questions. I seek to discover new things about myself and others. I have created a personalized curriculum for myself so that I can develop the skills needed to succeed. 1 to 10. I love that last sentence of developing the skills that you need to succeed, because that's obviously something we should be doing every single day in this business. Okay, so now I want you to kind of look at your numbers and kind of reflect on it. So when we get off of this call, I would highly suggest tonight before you go to bed that you journal on all of this. Okay, so when you're looking at this, I know that when I first did this, I kind of felt a little poopy. I was like, okay. The second one was mental emotional grief. I just was like, all right, well, that's really not where I want to be. I would hope that some of those numbers would have been higher. But this is why this comes in handy, okay? So this is giving you like a small little snapshot of where your life currently is. So before you go to bed, just journal on it and just kind of feel those feelings and those emotions. Maybe write out why you feel that those areas are those numbers, what you can do to get those areas higher. And so I'm going to give you 3 reasons why some of those numbers are the way that they are, okay? So I'm going to kind of make this quick, but I'll touch on it as best as I can. So 3 reasons why those numbers are the way that they are, okay? Why some of them may not be as high as you would want. So the first reason is neglect, okay? So I want you to look at those numbers and maybe find the ones that are the lowest. And I want you to really think to yourself, like, are you not providing enough time and energy towards those things in your life? Okay. Because honestly, the thing is that a lot of those numbers can be high. You can have, a solid, 4 or 5, 6 things that are maybe like sixes, sevens, eights, nines, tens. But the thing is that if you even have a couple of those, okay, if you even have just a few of those categories that are low, that's going to drag you down. That's really just going to bring you down, because you're going to constantly have those things in the back of your head. Like, I just want to take better care of myself, and I want to be healthier, and I want to feel better, and I want to have more energy. But like, all your other things could be up here, but that thing is going to be here. So you want to think of it like a teeter-totter. Like, you can have things up here and you can have things down here, and it's going to average out, and it's going to bring you down. Like, that's going to weigh you down. Okay. So what things are you neglecting that you can maybe take some more time for? And again, like, this is really important, you guys. Like, I don't want you to look at this and panic and be like, holy shit, how am I supposed to do all 10 of these? How am I supposed to give my attention to all 10 of these things? So a couple of these things on this list can literally be taken care of in your 1 hour that you spend in the morning that Katie was just talking about. Like, honestly, like, you can work on learning, you can work on your spirit, you can work on, your mental and emotional health, you can work on your health. Like, a lot of these things can be done in a very small amount of time in your day that you can chunk together. So I don't want you to panic, okay? The second reason why some of these numbers could be small, bear with me for 1 second because I didn't understand it at first, but it's dissatisfaction. Dissatisfaction could be a reason why these numbers seem low. So is the lack of appreciation affecting the score? And so what I mean by that is, let's say that like your spouse, I'm just going to use your spouse as an example, your boyfriend, your significant other, someone in your life that you love, okay? Like, if you start out your day being annoyed with that person, or already feeling dissatisfied, or thinking like, well, they're probably not going to do this today, they're probably just going to annoy me today, they're probably not going to do the laundry today, they're probably going to walk right on by their dirty dishes, then guess what? Like, you're going to be dissatisfied. You're literally setting yourself up to be dissatisfied with that area of your life. And so it's kind of exactly like what I think Katie was talking about it. It's kind of like your expectations. Like, if you're going into something expecting it to suck, it's gonna suck. Like, if you're just gonna feel dissatisfied with it, then it's always gonna feel that way. Like, you honestly have the choice to decide if you're going to be dissatisfied with it, or if you're going to show gratitude towards it. So it's kind of like this, it's showing gratitude, you guys. Like, it's the I get to. Like, you can literally sit there and be like, oh, I have to do the kids' laundry. There's so much laundry. There's so many mismatched socks. I have to make lunches. They need me 24/7. And speaking to the moms here, I know, I'm sorry, but just examples like that. You can be annoyed by it, or you can literally say, I get to do my children's laundry. I'm blessed that I can afford to buy my children clothes. I'm blessed that I'm able to make my children a healthy lunch and feed it to them every single day and keep their bellies full. Like, so you have the choice of how you look at it, okay? And the third reason is superiority. Superiority. So this is kind of strange too, but bear with me. So what happens is, if you're looking at some of these and you're thinking to yourself, like, I mean, my spirit's fine, whatever. Like, it's fine. My spirit's good. Like, I got this. You know what I mean? But you don't actually, you're going to stop growing in that area, and you're going to stop learning. Okay. And then what happens is your confidence is going to go like this. It's going to dwindle. You're going to lose confidence. And then you're going to stop doing the things. If you don't have confidence, you're not going to do the things. Okay. And they call this the confidence, I can't say this word, the confidence competent loop. You can literally look it up. It's a real life thing, and it's like an infinity sign. And so what they mean is that if you stop asking questions and you stop learning, then you stop developing, and then that makes your confidence goes down, and you're going to stop doing the things. You're just going to stop. You have to continuously ask questions. You have to continuously learn. This business is something that you need to do to grow. You need to grow every single day in order to do this business. And so if you stop asking questions and you stop trying to learn, you're going to be stagnant. You're going to stay exactly where you're at. Like, and that's just like what it is with anything. Like, if you I don't know, at your job, if you just like sit there and stay stagnant forever and ever and ever, you're going to be freaking miserable, because you're not going to be learning new things and learning how to like grow. So I love this activity. And then the last thing for this activity, you guys, is like, again, I don't want you to panic and be like, holy crap, like, how am I going to do this? Like, I have so many things that I need to work on. Pick one thing in each area. So go through all your journaling, okay? One thing. What's one thing that you could work on with your health? I'm not saying you're going to look at that number and be like, okay, so I want to work on my health. So I'm going to stop eating sugar. I'm going to stop eating carbs. I'm going to go full keto. I'm going to work out every day for an hour. I'm going to do this. And I'm going to drink all my water and take all my supplements. Like, no, you are going to overwhelm yourself and you will not be successful 100%. You're setting yourself up for failure. Okay. One thing. So your health, you know what? I'm going to dedicate drinking my full, however many ounces of water I have to drink for the next week. I'm going to do it. And then my mental and emotional health, I'm going to do my 20 minutes of personal development every single day. My partner in love life, I'm going to send them a text message every day telling them how much I love and appreciate them. It can literally be one thing that takes you 5 seconds throughout the day to do. Okay. And so that's a good activity to do, honestly, like every 30 days. Just kind of check in with yourself. See what you're doing. See how you're growing. Compare your numbers from the last month to the following month and see like where it is that you're going. And so I wanted to touch on too, like something that Katie said when she was talking about, I think it was Katie. I'm getting really confused because you guys both talked about so many things. So I'm confused. But the next 90 days, okay? So like we have the next 90 days. So Jade, the video that we watched with Jade Hooper today was so good. It was so random, you guys, because Katie and I both this morning were like, we need something. We need like to do something. And I literally sent her a screenshot and I said, have you watched this Jade video? And she literally sent me a screenshot and said, shut the F up. I'm literally watching this video right now. Like we literally could have watched millions of videos and we somehow both picked the same exact video. It was so weird. So obviously we were meant to talk about it on the call. So Jade talked about advice that Denise Walsh gave her. And so again, if you're new on this call, I don't want you to panic. I don't want you to be like, whoa, what are these people on? Like, this is some crazy stuff they're talking about. Like, this really is something that you can learn from and just jot notes down and come back to when you need it. But Jade had just basically asked Denise, like, how do you keep going every day? Like, how do you like keep the energy going every single day for this? And she had said, you just have to find your pace. So like, I love that so much because sometimes we feel like every single day we either have to give it our all or we give it nothing. Like if we're like, I'm not prepared to give it my all today, then what do? We sit back and do nothing. But I don't want us to feel like that. You've got to stay consistent every single day at your pace. Find your pace. Everybody's pace is different. And no, I'm not saying do minimum. We don't do the minimum here. That's not how we roll. We're not doing the bare minimum. Okay. But you've got to find that pace that, so for instance, 10 hosts a post a day. Like that's what corporate is giving us. Do your 10 hosts a post a day. Find that as your pace and do those 10 hosts a post every single day. And for over the next 90 days, like Katie's saying, like, we're going to push, like, I really want you guys to think about, maybe this is another thing to journal about. And I know we're talking a lot about journaling, but I can promise you this. If you do any form of self-development and you listen to any successful person out there that is in this field, the number one thing they will always say to you is you've got to be journaling. Like, and I know some of you are like, journaling is dumb. I don't understand journaling. You don't need to understand it. You don't need to understand it. No one knows how to journal when they first do it. It's weird. It feels awkward. You feel like you're some teenager with like a lock on your little thing. You're writing like secret notes and you hide it under your bed. That's not what it is. Okay. Like just write out your thoughts. It's literally all it is taking the thoughts that are in here and writing it down on paper, not overthinking it, not thinking that there has to be a form or a direction or a question. It's literally just taking the thoughts that are in here and putting them down on paper and clearing them from your mind, okay, so that you can clear up your mind for other things. So I really want you to think about over the next 90 days, okay? So August 31st, on August 30, no, not even August 31st, September 1st, okay, at the end of the 90 days, September 1st, how do you want to wake up and feel on September 1st? Do you want to feel disappointed in yourself? Do you want to feel sad? Do you want to feel left behind? Do you want to feel upset with yourself? Knowing that you could have done more? Knowing that you sat back and you played it safe and now everyone else is promoting and you're just sitting there like, crap. Dang it, I wish I would have done it. Why? Why didn't I just do it? Because I can tell you right now, guys, that like almost every single one of us on this call, I guarantee you have felt like that at one point or another. We have, and it sucks. It doesn't feel good. So on September 1st, would you rather wake up feeling like that, or would you rather wake up feeling so empowered and so excited and so proud of yourself, knowing that you gave it your all. That you gave it your all. It's 90 days, you guys. We're not asking you to give us the next 9 years and work tirelessly every single day and have bags under your eyes and not sleep and not eat and not be with your kids. It's 90 days. Think about how short of a period that is in your entire lifetime. What are you willing to give up? What are you willing to do these next 90 days that will drastically change the rest of your life? The rest of your life. Think about that, you guys. Where can you be at the end of these next 90 days that is going to drastically change your life? And I really want you to think about that, because you have the choice. Now, I don't have the choice over what you do over the next 90 days. I can't call you every single day and wake you up and say, okay, we're going to do our 10 house today. Let's go. Like, and hold your hand. Like, I can only do that for me. I'm responsible for what I'm doing, and I'm the only one that can change that. And so I think really just like journaling on that and really just thinking about it and holding that in your head every single day. Every day when you wake up, think about that. Think about September 1st. Where do I want to be? Where do I want to be? No, I promised myself I was going to be proud of myself. I'm going to do things today. I'm going to do it. And we all have our days, you guys. I totally get it. I just had a day the other day, and I told Katie, I was like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm just like, my head is just not there. It's not right. And guess when that happens? When I'm not doing my personal development, when I'm not reading, when I'm not listening to something, when I'm not doing the things. And I too, like Sharon said, I struggle with anxiety and depression, you guys. I have my whole life. And I've noticed that when I'm not reading, when I'm not listening, when I'm not journaling, when I'm not working on myself, that is when I get depressed. I start to fall down into my little hole, and it's very hard to dig yourself back out. And so you've got to stop. You've got to, like, when you're going down, you've got to recognize that. And you've got to say, not today. Not today, Satan. You are not pulling me down. I'm going to pull myself and look up to the sky, and I'm going to get out. Like, you can't let yourself get down in that. And that's personal development. Personal development is what's going to help you get out of that. So, okay. So my last thing, we'll start to end, because I know we're at like 10:25 already. So, I just want to let you guys know that personal development, it's not an overnight thing, you guys. You're not going to start reading a book tomorrow and all of a sudden in 2 days, you're going to be like, I'm ready. I'm better. I'm cured. I got this. Like, that's not how it is. This is a journey. This is a journey. And I want you to mentally prepare yourself for this journey that you're going to go on. If you're ready. Maybe some of you are ready. Maybe some of you are like, I like being the sad, sorry version of myself. I like playing the victim. I like, thinking that everything always happens to me and that my life sucks. I mean, I don't know. Some people like that. I don't know. I don't. I don't want to be that person. But if you're ready to just have a life of abundance, you guys, like, I tell myself, not every day. I work on it. Okay. It's, again, a freaking work in progress. But like, affirmations, I wake up and I thank God every day for my life of abundance and wealth. Thank you, God, for this life of abundance and wealth. Thank you, God, for this life of abundance and wealth. And you would not even be, you would be so surprised at just how amazing that makes you feel, saying that out loud and looking around you and seeing all the things that you have. It goes back to that, being grateful for what you have. You have so many things. You are so blessed that sometimes we don't even see it. We don't see what's right in front of us. And so by just saying that every single day and realizing that this is a journey, like, things don't change overnight. You've got to work on this every single day. And, like, I want to think about your job. Who has a job? Who has like a real, like, 9 to 5, 40-hour-a-week job? Tell me in the comments just so I can see. I promise I'm wrapping up. I know we've been on this call forever, but I'm just jacked. I don't know. If you have a 9 to 5 job, what do you got to do? You got to wake up every single day. Like my husband, for instance, he has to wake up at 4:30 every day. Bless his heart. Don't know how he does it. He has to wake up every single day. 4:30. He leaves to work at 5. He has to drive to his job. He has to show up. He has to do his job for 10 hours straight. And then he comes home, and that's how he gets paid. He has to do it every single day. He has to, or he doesn't get paid, right? Doesn't get a paycheck. And it's the same thing, not only with this business, but also with your mindset. You have to show up every day. You have to. How can you expect to make a paycheck in this business if you're not showing up every single day? And I think that a lot of people are afraid of the work. I think, and again, I'm literally going through this with you guys, okay? I'm not talking at you. Like, we sometimes get so afraid of the work. Like, we're afraid of it. We're like, well, what's going to happen though? Once I start going, once I start working, I'm going to have to do this every day. I'm going to have to work for 2 hours every single day, and things are going to get crazy, and my phone's going to be blowing up, and I'm going to be like doing all my things, and oh my gosh, my team's going to grow. And like, but what if it's too stressful? And like, it's just so much work. Like, what would you rather do? Would you rather do that every single day? Or like, would you rather go to a job that you hate, that stresses you out, that you have to physically be at for 40 hours every single week and literally count down the hours until you're able to freaking retire? One or the other. Like, we get the choice. And that's, well, I mean, I understand we don't necessarily get the choice, but you know what I'm saying? If you work this business hard enough, then you can have the choice. This will give you the choice. We have to show up every single day. If you owned your own business, like Jade used this example, if you were a owner of a hair salon and your hair salon was like amazing and it was like the #1 hair salon in your town and everybody loved it and everybody was coming and it was successful, what happens if you just stop showing up? You just decided to stop going to work. They got it. They'll figure it out. It's fine. What do you think's going to happen? It's going to fall on the ground. It's going to start sucking. Like, it's going to fall apart. They still have to show up. Successful people still have to show up. Same with us. We've got to show up. And it's the same with your mindset. If you're not showing up for your mindset every single day, what's going to happen? It's going to start to suck. It's going to start to suck. You're going to have all the negative thoughts. All the negative thoughts are going to creep back in there, and you're going to start telling yourself that you're not good enough and you don't deserve this and you can never do this and everybody else is better than you. And I get like, I suck. I just can't do this. That's what's going to happen. And so if you're in that space right now and you're like, I just don't know, I'm not them. I'm not them. You guys, we all have had those thoughts. I've literally looked at all these beautiful blonde bombshells that, you know, are at the top of this company and they're gorgeous and they're dressed every day and they're like cute and have these amazing houses. And I'm like, I just can't feed them. Like, I can be my own version of that. And that's what the personal development does for you. It makes you realize that you can do those things. You are worthy of those things. Let me ask you a question before we get off. I keep saying that. I'm so sorry. When was the last time you literally looked yourself in the mirror and you said to yourself, I am worthy? When was the last time? Have you ever said that to yourself? Have you ever literally physically said out loud, I am worthy? And if you haven't, I want you to say it right now, out loud to yourself. I am worthy. You are worthy, and you have to tell yourself that every single day, you guys, or you're not going to believe it and you will not go anywhere. Your GPS is going to be empty. It's going to be nothing. You're going to be sitting there just wishing and hoping that something just falls into your lap and something happens. Okay? Every single day. Promise me that every single day, if you take anything from this call, you at least tell yourself every single day that I am worthy. Okay, so some of my favorite books. So right now I'm currently reading Present Over Perfect. I almost said it the wrong way. Present Over Perfect. I'm reading that one. That one is really good. I'm rereading Outwitting the Devil. You guys, if you struggle with mindset, Outwitting the Devil is so good. It's by Napoleon Hill. It's like a classic. It's like he wrote it in like the 1930s or something. So it's like crazy, but it's so good. Speaking of like letting the negative thoughts in, and it's mind blowing. You got to be ready for that one though. What else am I reading? I'm reading Intentional Living by John Maxwell, which like I've read this book over the past couple of months, and it's just one of those books that like I'll read a couple chapters and then I'll set it down and go to something else. I'm the same way as Sharon. Like I'm reading 4 books right now. Intentional Living is so good by John Maxwell. I don't think that many people have read it, because I think if any other top leader in Networks has read it, they would be shouting it from the rooftops. It is so, so good. I love that one. I'm also listening to, Katie, what did I just tell you I was listening to? The Universe Has Your Back. The Universe Has Your Back. The Universe Has Got Your Back. The Universe Has Your, something like that. It's on Audible. That one is really good. I'm listening to Mel Robbins. Jesus, what is that book called? Yeah, I literally have so many, and like you have to find what's right for you in the moment. And so it was so weird because I haven't listened to The Universe Has Your Back in a while, and something today I just was drawn to it, and I had this huge aha moment, and I shared it specifically for Katie. Like I listened to this for Katie. And so sometimes it might not even be about you. Like your personal development, and that's the other thing, you guys, like when you're doing your personal development, you need to share it. You need to share it. It's not just about you. Not everything's about you. And we've kind of already talked about that on this call. It's not all about you. And so the point of doing this personal development is provide value for others. And so if you have some amazing revelation in the personal development that you're doing, or you see like some amazing quote, share it with your team. Share it in your team pages, you guys. Like that is the point of this personal development, okay? Take Control of Your Life by Mel Robbins is also a really good one. I think those are like my biggest ones right now, I would say, but so many books. Just read the books. If you're feeling it, if you're not feeling it, if you're like, this is dumb, put it down, pick up another book. It doesn't matter. It's fine. Totally fine. I literally have started so many books and haven't finished them. It's a joke, but it's just because it wasn't right for me in that, in that time. And you'll know what you need when you need it. And you've just got to follow that inner voice and be like, I feel like I need this. If you feel like you need something on leadership, find a book about leadership. If you feel like you need something about confidence, please find a book about confidence. And one of the best books, which I know Maddie is reading right now. Well, I'm always talking about you, Maddie. It's because you're what is it? What's your top word? Not words of affirmation. What is it? Quality time? Is that your top one? Yeah. It's How to Win Friends and Influence People. That is a good book. I read that one a couple years ago, and that one's really, really great. And you guys, we are in this business of connecting with people. If you don't know how to connect with people, I highly suggest reading that. What's the other one about connecting with people? There's another one. Everyone Communicates, Few Connect by John Maxwell as well. I started reading that one. That one's really good. Jacqueline, it's called Outwitting the Devil. It's by Napoleon Hill. Which one? I read that. Atomic Habits, Bree. Oh my God, Atomic Habits, you guys, life freaking changing. If you struggle with like consistency, Atomic Habits is amazeballs. But you also have to remember that you have to read these things and you have to put them in place. You can't just read them and be like, oh, that was great, and then turn around and do nothing with it. And even if it's just one thing, picking up one thing from each book, like you don't have to read Atomic Habits. Like Atomic Habits gives you like steps by step by step by step. You don't necessarily have to like feel like you're going to just make over your entire life in 30 days, but maybe pick up one thing from the book and start working on that. I haven't read that one yet, Brie, but that one's really good. I want to read all the books too, Sharon. I like struggle so much because I'm like, I just want to read, but I know I need to work my business. But honestly, don't feel guilty about reading the books, you guys. Like Katie said, take an hour. Take an hour, maybe only for a half hour you read. But like when you're showering, listen to an Audible while you're showering. Listen to an Audible while you're driving to work every single day. Listen to an Audible while you're cleaning, while you're doing laundry. Whatever the case is, like figure out times to fit it in. So I could keep rambling, but I'll stop now because it's 10:35.
Man, this is so good. Like all of this is so good. I mean, I feel I'm like having regrets that I rambled for 30 minutes in the beginning because I'm like, I've been learning so much right now. And I love just being able to sit back and learn from you guys and the different activities. Like I've got some things to think about from the 2 different activities that you guys talked about tonight, about like the picking one thing to improve each area and just like, wow. I mean, if you guys got something from tonight, I want to hear it in the chat. I'm just like, I feel like I need to get off of this call and just really think a lot to myself, right? Like I've got a lot to think about. I've got some books to buy. I've got a new planner to buy. So you guys don't feel like overwhelmed if you didn't get to write all this down. I literally made a post in the team page. If you are not in our team page, we can still share all the links with you guys. I'm just going to make a post that kind of lists all the different tools and books that we talked about tonight. And that way you can kind of look at them and just pick one. Just pick one. Just start somewhere and get yourself a planner and get organized. And just know that, like Susan said, this is a journey and you don't want to stay in your bratty phase for too long of resisting this, because once you dive in, everything will change for you. So you guys, I know it's late, but man, Susan, thank you so much. Sharon, thank you so much. You guys, everybody, thank you for being on and staying with us until the very end. This was so good. My mind is just like amazing. So I love all of this. I love you guys. Let's have an amazing week. Okay. Thanks for everybody being on.